I added invisible fluorescent powder to the solution. After stirring it evenly, I made fluorescent water. Then I dipped my finger in it to wet it and drew a pattern on the table. Then I shone a UV light on it. A smiley face instantly appeared, so I immediately placed an ancient coin into the fluorescent water. After it dried, I placed it in an elegant little box and anonymously mailed it to the museum director who loves collecting ancient coins. When the director opened the box, she was immediately captivated by the ancient coin. The moment her fingers touched the invisible fluorescent powder on the ancient coin, the director had already fallen into the trap I had set. Meanwhile, my teammate disguised himself as a tourist, holding a camera and filming around the museum. In reality, he was using the laser frequency transmitter on the camera to trigger the heat-sensing alarm device under the display case. As the alarm for exhibit case number section 8 in the museum was successfully triggered, the Declaration of Independence stored inside was immediately transported back to the underground vault by the fully automatic anti-theft system. The director received the message and rushed over, opening the keyboard to enter the vault's password, without realizing that the fluorescent agent on his hands had left traces on the keyboard. Once the curator entered the vault, my teammate took the opportunity to go to the museum's server room. He used a drill to cut open the conduit, carefully inserted the transmission line with a miniature camera into the pipe, and hooked it onto the museum's surveillance circuit. As the museum's surveillance system was successfully hacked, my teammate quickly switched all the cameras to static mode. Then I disguised myself as a maintenance worker and entered the museum under the pretext of inspecting the security system. I then quickly rushed into the restroom and removed my maintenance uniform to reveal a neatly tailored suit. After tidying my hair, I confidently entered the cocktail party and enthusiastically handed the director a glass of champagne. Then, when someone tried to shake the director's hand, I took the glass from the director's hand and pretended to excuse myself and left. I poured out the champagne while no one was looking and placed the glass in a plastic bag. When I returned to the restroom, I retrieved the toolkit I had hidden earlier, took out the fingerprint extractant, and applied it to a medical cotton pad. Then sealed the cotton pad in the plastic bag. Within just 1 minute, the fingerprints on the glass were clearly visible, so I put on the fake finger gloves, took the glass, and found a complete fingerprint. I carefully transferred the fingerprint onto the paper sleeve. Then I used fingerprint recognition to open the elevator and went to the vault. I took out the UV light and showed the fluorescent letters to my teammates. My teammates entered these letters into the computer. Soon, he deciphered the correct sequence of the vault password. As I entered the password, the vault door opened successfully. I quickly walked to the display case, pulled back the cover, carefully removed the Declaration of Independence, rolled it up, and stuffed it into a plastic bag. I quickly left the museum while no one was looking. However, what I didn't expect was that the museum director had been secretly observing me the whole time. She also wanted to know if there was a treasure map on the back of the Declaration of Independence, as legend claimed.